1 2 testing, testing 1 2 1 2 testing, testing 1 2. All right. Oh man, let's see what we got here. I probably need to go ahead and do that. Because if I don't now, I will forget. Okay. Okay, let's get it. Jump out here to the scanner. All right, so on the scanner, we got a couple up on my scan: NDRA, BSLK, and OCC. And let's go ahead and look through these. So starting with NDRA, NDRA, looks like it had, see, SEC filing. Looks like the last news that it has was on June 16th. It had a ongoing multi-site pilot study reveals important enhancements to boost Tezus, I don't know how to say that. Teus liver accuracy and repeatedly against MRI gold standard. All right, so whatever that means. We have BSLK previous news on May 30th. Let's see, SEC filings. SEC filings on June 4th, and then OCC, which received news yesterday afternoon. And its news was on a collaboration agreement to expand product offerings. All right. So let's go and look at the charts for these. And before we go and look at the charts for these, let's see what the floats are. So Indra under 1 million in the float. BSLK 1.50 million in the float, and OCC 6.25 million in the float. Oh, before we go further, I did take 2 trades yesterday. The first one, my goal for this trade was to get in MBIO under $4. I got in and I got cooked on the first trade. Lost 115. I caught a little bit of slippage. I was supposed to have my loss around $100, but caught a little bit of slippage there on 115. But I did jump back in at 355 and got a bounce back up to 385 for 177, which pulled me out of the hole. So did take a trade yesterday. So, you know, these are the 2 trades that I've taken for the month, but trading the things that meet the criteria and have the catalyst. So just sticking to my scope. And let's go back over to the charts for these 3: NDRA, BSLK, and OCC. So let me go ahead and put my little disclaimer up. Remember that the day trading is it's pretty risky, you know. Your skin and your toes and all of that can get chopped off, so you just have to be kind of careful. You could be down, but you have to manage risk. And so right now, my average winner is $100. So I'm like, okay, well, once I start getting past 100, I'm like, let me go ahead and reassess this and see if I need to make a move and try to get back in. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at Indra right now. So it started moving yesterday afternoon on no news, no catalyst or anything, at 2:58, or it looks like right before at the close, came up here to 5.99. And right now we're looking at, you know what, let's just go ahead and go to the daily chart. I think we need to start at the highest level. Daily chart on Indra. So now it is trading at $8.07, or it got up to $8.96. So we had this top here at 741. $8.96. Where is that? Right up in here somewhere, but that's not super obvious. So on the daily chart, can't really spot any super obvious levels that it could pop up to. It does not have any catalysts or anything. Let's go ahead and look at BSLK daily chart. And then we'll go to the 15 minutes and see if we can mark each level up if there's anything that is kind of obvious. All right, so BSLK, let me make sure y'all are on the right screen. Yep, y'all can see this. Okay, BSLK looks to be something that we've looked at before because there are marks out there. So I did something here before. It went up to a price of $5.96, but this daily chart kind of got cooked there. $5.96 was the high today, and now it is all the way down here to back under these levels, back to $3.39. So let me clean off these drawing marks so I can see what it is. So 350 is where it came back down to. We really don't know, and this pattern just doesn't look just super crisp. It's only up 38%. Let's go to OCC. OCC trading at $4.80, closed up at $3.62, and so it's jumped over. Okay, we've seen this one before too. So $4.80 would be up here somewhere, but no really obvious levels here. We got all the way up here to 622, but other than that, 370. It's looking like the spot where, let me clear this drawing set. I really don't look back too far. I just look for the obvious to the left. So we got what, 370s here for a unconfirmed support. Unconfirmed support. And today's date is the 8th. Probably should. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that's the only obvious level I see, but we can go ahead and continue to back it up. Back it up. I mean, it had a little bit of challenging level up here, but it would need to confirm this. I don't know what this is here. 462. Let's just put this as unconfirmed support as well, or I don't know, just unconfirmed level, because I don't know if that's support or resistance. Unconfirmed level is what I'll put there, because I'm not sure. Okay, so we got two little levels. Let's continue to back up. Okay, so it came back, but it's always coming back to this 460, 450-ish level. Continue to back up, and that's all we have. Okay, so 460 is the range that it continues to come back to. 460, 450 level. I think 450 would be a more obvious level. Let's just put that there. And press OK. Okay. All right, so two little levels that are kind of obvious there. What is this? LTRN. I don't remember that. Okay. BSLK, nothing obvious on this daily chart. Don't really know what it can do. Then Indra. Okay, so let's look at some more background on these stocks. So that was the daily chart. Let's look at where these originate from. Their new normal. Okay, so let's go to here. NDRA. Where are you from? Indra Life Sciences. Okay, this one is Indra Life Sciences Inc. develops technologies, and so it's based out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. Ann Arbor, Michigan. So it's a U.S. based company. Let's see. They are working capabilities of clinical or diagnostic clinical ultrasound technology that uses pulsed energy source comprising radio frequency to transmit energy deep into the tissue and generate ultrasonic waves to create high contrast images. Okay, so basically viewing babies or viewing some type of deep tissue, whatever, is Indra. Okay, so what kind of keywords are in this description? Liver disease, temperature monitoring. They don't really have any standout keywords. We'll see if they get any catalysts later on in the day, but yeah. Oh, real. And I'm gonna go ahead and mark this chart here. This is American based stock. And so they are from Ann Arbor, Michigan. We'll see if they get any kind of news throughout the day. Michigan. Can I spell? I can spell a little bit. Okay. All right. All right. Ann Arbor, Michigan. And then we will jump over to the next one. BSLK. BSLK Bolt Projects Holdings Inc. deploys and produces biomaterials products in the United States. It offers B Silk and XL Silk that are biodegradable and vegan protein polymer replacement for silicone elastomers in beauty and personal. Okay, beauty and personal health. Let's go. Make sure we have that marked up. So beauty and personal health. Okay, beauty, personal health products, personal health. Oh boy, I spelled that nasty. All right, beauty and personal health out of San Francisco, California. San Francisco, Cali. Okay. All right, and then the last but not least, OCC. Where you from? Optical Cable Corporation, together with its subsidiaries, manufactures and sells fiber optic and copper data communications, cabling, and connectivity solutions, primarily for the enterprise market in the United States and internationally. The company offers fiber optic and hybrid cables for high bandwidth transmission of data, video, voice communications, and copper datacom cables. Let's see, its fiber optic connectivity products include fiber optic wall mounts, cabinet mounts. Okay, so pretty much like networking equipment, things like that. Jacks, plugs, blah blah blah. It's out of Roanoke, Virginia. Has been around since 1983. All right, so let me get that out there. And that is, so we got networking and cabling, network cabling equipment or cabling manufacturer out of whatever this word is, Virginia. So all of these are American-based companies. They just don't have any catalysts on today. All right. And let's jump over here to Benzinga and look over these floats one more time. So we got a float, Indra 150, but the float really doesn't matter if there's no catalyst. So we're waiting for catalyst to drop on these. Indra is up 112%. The other one is up 32%. The other one is up 28%. So Indra is where pretty much the eyes are It was moving kind of big before trading could start. So TOS trading starts at 6 o'clock Central Time. I guess Eastern Time, that'll be 7 o'clock. And so let's go look at what the biggest mover is doing. Has it slowed down a lot since people could actually trade it? Because a lot of times, before this, there's a lot of like people that they may be using DAS or something that allows them to trade before 6 o'clock, but then you see the real, and it's good to know the times that people can start trading, like normal people can start trading. Because all of this is untradeable. This is at 3 o'clock. You can't trade this with TOS. This is at well, you could have traded this. This is aftermarket, but this right here, 3 o'clock in the morning, nobody's trading this except bots and like people using paid services. And so it's going to be very low volume. And then all of a sudden, around when regular people can start trading, they have pushed this thing up, right? And so regular people start playing around with it, and guess what? It's dropping. So, sometimes people invest to do the opposite of what it looks like that the stock should be doing. So they can go, hey, I'm already holding some shares, right? I got a large position in this stock. Let's say I got 10 million shares in this stock, right? And it bounces up. Okay, I got mine, right? And then I added this morning 10 to 20 million more. But now I need buyers to come in so I can short this stock, short against my position. Okay, so they can knock this up, boom, goes up. And now regular people see this right here. They're like, oh my gosh, it's up so much. And the whole purpose of this being up is because they want to actually sell it, right? Instead of buy more. So, with no catalyst, I'm like, I want to make sure that somebody isn't playing with my soul out here. Because all they would need to do is coming in here, if they don't even have to take a whole full position again. Like if they have, a couple million shares accumulated in here, all they got to do, people just need to see a million shares traded somewhere around here. Just get a million shares traded just to get it going. I'm sitting with 20 million, 10 million, whatever. And I get that price action going, people get excited, and now I'm selling on them, selling all my shares back onto the market. So, you see these up. That's why we really want catalysts during pre-market, to make sure that nobody is doing any of that unsavory planning on us. But yeah, just the way to look at it. Because if I had a super big account, I would definitely do it. Get a whole bunch of shares, at pre-market, trade, like make sure it gets like 1 million, 2 million shares traded, then just start dumping. And you really can't blame them because they're just making money, They're like, yeah, these idiots want to come in here and buy this stock. Let's just sell to them. Let's sell to the sheep. All right, let's actually look at are there any meetings here? FOMC, today's date is the 8th. No meetings, just a commercial paper, just a regular day basically. This one, that beauty and health, is not looking good. Just going on down on BSLK. Struggling to hold 30%, just like OCC. OCC network cabling. Okay. So this one is the hottest stock right now, and I'm just expecting it to fail. But we're green on the month. No rush. I've made my Benzinga payment. It's 197, so I'm sitting at about 200. The first couple of weeks were kind of slow. Because I'm not hyper scalping. I'm not just in and out. I'm buying the dip and letting it roll for me. But looking to get some more profit out on the month for sure. But sticking to the scope, sticking to the catalyst, sticking to the relative volume, sticking to the float, Sticking to all of that. And if I do trade a higher float one, it needs to be um showing me that it can move, that it can explode, that it can give me that move that I'm looking for. I like explosions. I like explosions. The other thing is, I mean, if it's working, if it's not broke, then don't fix it. I did jump the gun on what was that one I traded yesterday? Jump the gun on MBIO. That's what it was. MBIO. Let's look at that one. So basically, what I was looking for, this thing had took off on weak news, and I knew the news was trash. I was like, yeah, all right, you do all of that. I'm just gonna wait till you drop. And I was looking for it to come back and retest pre-market highs, which was at $4. So it came down in here, and I attacked it almost immediately. At my first entry was 386. Right when it came down into this level, I was getting in, but it just continued to drop, and I ended up stopping out of this. It started to break down ATR high, and I didn't know if it was going to transition into a downwards move, right? And I was like, yeah, I don't want to really be holding that into oblivion. So right here is where I was entering 386, looking for it to bundle back up. It had already fallen and dipped multiple times here. So it dipped, the one big one ran down, then it had did this dip, and I was like, okay, well, let's see what happens. This is after I got stopped out. So I got in here, and you can see where my risk was. My risk was at 356 right there, which is where I was stopping out. I did get a little slippage when it came down here and stopped me. But then it dropped under, had another big drop, and I was like, okay, all right, we are under ATRs. I just want to see it hold this bottom ATR, which was the 350. Dropped down, came back up, and I was entering back in around, this is when I started my entry at 350, and it looked like it was going to drop, but I had a kind of like a 20-cent backstop back here, and I wasn't at full size yet. So on all of these dips, I was just picking some up, looking at this as my out. And I got up to like, I think I got 600 shares, and then it got moving up. I don't know how much I actually had. Yeah, 600 shares out of this dip, moving back up, and made 177 back up to this level. And I was looking just to make my $100. So the green line up here is the $100 level. So let's see, back here, the green line was $100. So basically I was looking for it to pop back up, make me 100, exit, and then look for it to find another bottom, because it was on weak, trashy news, but it did have catalysts on the day. So up here, 419, where I had entered from 386 up here, that would have been $100, but it went the other way. So I stopped out. And then over here, I got my entry. This was my out down here at the with the 600 shares at the 340. So the first out was down here because I had smaller size, but as I size up, my risk tightens. You know, it gets easier for me to lose $100. But then it got up there to the $100 mark, got past it, and I started taking profit. The only other thing that I kind of mistakenly did, so I was trading while I was working. So I knew this was one that I wanted to trade on the day, but I was working. So I was like, man, you know, that first one, I was like, my whole plan was get it under 4. And so I got it under 4, but it continued. And so because I didn't oversize back here, because I'm trading in a cash account, so I didn't oversize back here, I was able to take another position because I kind of figured there was going to be some upward bounce here back to check in around 4. And that's what we got. So I wasn't looking for a blast through 4 because it was weak news. It was super weak news. And I kind of figured, I was like, I don't know if this news is enough to just bounce up. Now, if it would have bounced from like, you know, top side of this ATR high 360s all the way back up here to 5, wow, I would have got blessed right there. You know, a $600 move or something like that. But I was okay with getting my $100 because $100 a day keeps the bills away. And that's when I started kind of chipping off the sides there, and I'm kind of glad I did because it just chopped on back down, and holding this would have made me mad. All right, but anyway, yeah, that was pretty much it for yesterday. Let's go back to Benzinga. All right, so Indra still making moves up 173%. And this one is the one with out of Ann Arbor. Indra with the news about tissue ultrasonic waves. Ultrasonic waves, that's it. Okay. June 16th. So their more recent news was on July 1st. Let's look through these SEC filings that they have and see if they doing anything under the cover. Statement of changes in beneficial ownership. Okay. All right, nothing there. Let's go up here. Okay, that's same things. So just changes in beneficial ownership. Let's look back. General corporate statement, Technologies Corp. Information required in proxy. Okay, meeting of stockholders. Okay, nothing crazy there. Quarterly report. Okay, so here's an offering. Let's see. Life Sciences offering to employees via benefits plan. So that's to the employees. April, March. Quarterly report. Okay, initial offering. Let's see. Amended offering. Let's go look at this. This is on IZTC. I don't really care about that. Why did they get tied into offering news? Oh, why are you guys tied into this? I don't know. All right, well, I won't be surprised if they do an offering, but yeah, we'll see what happens. These three are the three that are up here on the watch so far. Okay. So at this point, do we have any clear uptrend? This trend right here is super steep. Super steep here. Let's see how that ends up holding. And if they want to do some type of offering on today, great. It is what it is. Let's go look at BSLK. Do you have any uptrend? Nope. Just walking down the parking lot. Same with OCC, walking down the parking lot. So at this point, we'll see if Indra can go ahead and new one popped up with Catalyst on today. LSB popping up there. Does have Catalyst on today. All right, so let's look at what this Catalyst is. Catalyst press releases. We have Lakeshore. They have a private placement financing. This looks like a Beijing Chinese company on LSB. A global biopharmaceutical company dedicated to discovering, developing, manufacturing, and delivering new generations of vaccines and therapeutic biologics for infectious diseases and cancer. So it has a cancer keyword in there. It is struggling to hold $2 right now, but it's a Chinese name, so could get crazy. With Catalyst on today. let's see. So this one was a 15 million private placement. What's the price that it's supposed to be at? So US, the private placement was supposed to be at 88 cents per share. And right now it is currently at 182. Okay, let's go look at the SEC filings. No SEC filings on this one, but it does have news on the day. And right now it is under $2, so it is out of scope for me, but we'll see what it wants to do. It couldn't hold up too, so yeah. Had a high up here of 251. Let's go and look at this daily chart real quick on LSB. LSB 98 cents. Their target was 88 cents. So we're looking at top side up here of $1.11. It's like $1.11, but that's not super obvious. So let's back up a little bit. We had another top up here at 280. It just hit 250. So it didn't quite get all the way up here, but this is more obvious of a level on the daily chart. And we'll say unconfirmed resistance. Unconfirmed resistance. And today's date. Whoops, wrong. Today's date is the 8th. And copy that. And it has unconfirmed resistance. So the first obvious level up there, the 270, 275-ish level. Let's scroll back some more. Anything super obvious, just standing out. Something was happening around this 379-ish level. Let's just say unconfirmed resistance at that one too. So we will duplicate and move this one around this 375, about $1 difference in there. And then further back, nothing super obvious. So we got 275 pretty much, and 375 could be some obvious levels there for LSB. But right now it is sinking back into oblivion. Yeah, so definitely giving back some gains. Popped over this ATR high here at $1.06, but just really quickly on the scans and then off. Could give some well, I don't know. Do what you will with this one. Let's go and look at its origins. LSB. See what kind of, this like a bank or something. What is this? Lakeshore Biopharma Limited, a biopharmaceutical company, engages in the discovering, developing, manufacturing, commercializing, and sale of vaccines and therapeutic biologics for infectious diseases and cancer. The company's product pipeline includes YSJA, a conventional rabies vaccine. Oh, wow. Rabies vaccine. Interesting. The company's product pipeline includes, and then they have a rabies vaccine, phase 2 preclinical. How rare? So they're out of Beijing, China. How rare is rabies, or what's its competition is what I want to know. Who all sells rabies vaccines? Who all sells rabies vaccines? Where to buy a rabies vaccine for your dog? I just want to know who's the competition. 20 free low-cost rabies vaccines for your dogs. Companies that sell rabies vaccines. Sure, let's just say for humans. Hyper Arab. Okay. Rabies biologics. Is that who we're just, no, that's Lakeshore. Okay, so they're working on another rabies vaccine. I don't know what the difference is between theirs and everybody else's. Um, okay. But they also are working on cancers and things like that as well. But it is not staying over $2. It did get a little pull down there. Has a little bit of what looks like the start of a trend. Now this one may suck up some eyes, but we'll have to see what it wants to do over the top of this. Extend to the, now it is out of scope for me, but if you have a strategy for this, I mean, it is what it is. You do what you got to do. But a lot of hyper scalpers would be trading a first break over the previous. So this is a 1 minute chart. First break over the new high. So we'll see how active they get. But for this is out of scope for me. And so the break over new high beat would have been 153, but this previous candle did not break over that 153. This candle broke over, so we'll see if it gets slapped in the mouth real quick, because it didn't exactly follow the pattern that a lot of hyper scalpers like to take. And it has a slight uptrend here, the first one that we can kind of spot with catalysts on the day. So they may be attacking it just because it has catalysts on the day too. But it has test points all the way up here. Let's jump over to the 15-minute on this one, since this is the only one with catalyst. Let's just jump over to the 15-minute. Had issues right here at the 190s. So we'll mark this as a 15-minute possible resistance. Edit 15-minute resistance. Okay. And then let's jump down to the 5. Okay, same, kind of looks the same there. Then let's jump down to the 1. So it came down, slapped this little trend here. And several times that it's tried to hold up, but we'll see the ATR highs is down here at 106. And this one has 4 million shares traded, so it's already past OCC. And OCC is just sitting at 30% right now, so not too worried about that one. It's just getting left. If this one can get back over 2, then okay. But this didn't exactly follow the pattern that a lot of hyper scalpers like. They like this first green to make that new high. This one was a second green, and then it had to come back and check in. And now to get back to 160s, that's kind of a journey. The point of control right here is at the 149, right on this little little trend, but we'll have to see because the high is so high, so far away from it. Maybe you can jump up there to 162. It's only 10 cents, but yeah, we'll see. Rabies vaccines and a couple of cancer keywords in their description. If you guys are seeing anything else other than LSB, definitely slap it into the chat and we can look at it, see if it's outperforming this. But we definitely have this level up here of the 192s that could become a problem, about a 40-cent move here. And we'll see if it wants to come back and test this trend again and break down, or what it wants to do here. And will we have to use this trend as new resistance? At the 150. Mm-hmm. 147. So again, just knocking up that. 30 seconds left on this candle. Looks like Indra continues to try to go higher. Did not come back and really test this trend at all. forming a lower high. So it had this one at 866, then a 991, then a 918, and it has the trend right here at 825 breakdown right now. Well, boy, it just, hold up now. We just came over here to look at you. I guess because I'm looking at it, it wants to go down now. Wow. Interesting. No catalyst on that though. Let's jump back over to LSB. LSB with a slight breakdown here. So we will need to see where this wants to go. Can it get back over 150s? Or is it going to continue to trade below its point of control? And look at the 5-minute point of control. This one on the 1 minute is at 150. On the 5-minute, it is at 171. So quite a ways away from the point of control there. At the 15, point of control is at the 170s as well. So between the 150 and 170 was the most trading that happened today. So getting under this, and the way I like to use these trends is this is the new resistance. Looking for something that it was respecting, becoming something that is slapping it in the mouth. Okay, back over here to Indra. Has this level still at the 825s coming on down. $24 million shares traded. LSB breaking on down this trend here. And has room. I mean, it really has room past this level from the 132. It has a 30-cent move here that it could do, but we're going to try to identify a new uptrend if it doesn't break this 132 down. But if it does break this down, then it's just on a kind of descending walk down. BSLK and OCC just 20% strugglers. And Indra, see if we can go ahead and break down here. Trying to hold up, but this is a steep trend. Getting more and more choppy up here. And volume is definitely lighter than it was at the beginning. Okay, so LSB, see what this low was. Low on this one was 133, and this low was 133. So 133 even, double bottom. It's got this level up here that could be resistance for it. But double bottom right here, and it also had a stop right before this 130 breakdown. So we'll see how it reacts to this resistance up here at the 153. But it is an Asian company, Chinese company, so we'll see if it wants to get crazier or not. Do you want to break down? Is this something you want to hold and go back and test this 150 yet? But just waiting, watching. Jump back over here to Indra. Little pop up. Now the trend is even higher here at 843. 843 with lower highs coming in. So just looking for a breakdown of 875 right now. 2 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. Let's jump out to the 15. Another topping tail wick. So we're seeing multiple times that this 861 is becoming a problem. So we'll see if it gets back below that. That'll be some confirmed resistance across this 861. Okay, LSB threw a little wick down here, so a lower level wick broke this, so that's not looking good. All right, we'll see how it ends up trading in between this. If it wants to invalidate that as well and continue to go down. Previous level though was up here at the 156, and the further it gets away, the more impossible it really becomes, especially with it going down in price. A lot of people just don't want these fading types. Back up here to 890s. Still waiting for that breakdown. BSLK volume is just drying up. LSB is going to be catching up with BSLK here in a little bit. It has 5 million shares. BSLK has 8 million shares. So this one, Indra, popping up a little bit, has a bottom here at 850 now. So 850 breakdown is going to be a pretty massive hit to this stock. 850 breakdown. So more top and tail wicks. And remember, on the 15-minute, we saw that the place that was giving it the issues was 861, 860 somethings. $860s. So we got our breakdown points. Didn't realize I wasn't on this screen. I'm just talking. Trying to go up there. Let's see the snatch down. So 995. Let's see this snatch. Back through this level, 892s. Now we have a level 860. Small little breakout from 95 up to 99, 4-cent breakout. Not looking strong at all on that. A lot of shorts buying those highs right at $10. 10.14. Let's see if they slap it back under 10. $10. Got a little push. Okay. Back under 10, baby. There's back under 10. Looking at 860 as the breakdown point now. Good morning, Danielle. We're out here. We saw a couple of them. We saw LSB. It came up. It's a Chinese stock. We saw BSLK, which LSB is catching up with quite quickly. And then we saw Indra, no catalyst. So I'm expecting this one to crash out. But it started moving before 6 o'clock. And, you know, waiting for it to give us a little downwards move. I was actually waiting for catalyst to come out on it. But I don't know if it will. It did get its name involved in some offering news though. So I don't know what the offering situation is over here. We'll have to see if that breaks today. But right now has a breakdown of 866. LSB, let's see, broke. So you came down here, you kind of held. You got the point of control here. You have this top side of resistance up here at the 162. That's a 30-cent move, which is a lot for a dollar stop. Right now, the ATR on, well, it kind of disappeared, so the ATR isn't up there, but the ATR is over here. So this normal ATR is 8 cents per day. It would need to get all the way back up here to 2 to even be, you know, in the scope of what I'm looking for. But actually, it's a Asian stock too, so it still wouldn't be in the scope. All right, let's go back over here to the 1 minute on this one. Still waiting for this dump. Has room down to the 875s now. So each of these little taps on the trend, I kind of treat them as possible positions of strength. So 875, and then it has this down here, 717. So it really has room to this previous level. It also had a little spike down, but that's not part of the trend. So I don't know what they want to do there at 812. But it's definitely got room to that previous touch point of 714. Another top and tail wick. All right, let's see you get on down. 875 breakdown. So it made its first lower low. Not really first. It's made a couple of lower lows in here, but coming from this top side, finding this resistance at $10 flat, you know, 950, that half-dollar level that it's bouncing on. See if we can get a complete break of that. Yeah, it's extended for sure. And it's choppy. Extended and choppy. Just the trifecta here. Putting out those wicks. Very sporadic little pushes and failures. And now the point of control is right on where this trend is. So can it be attracted back to this 880 level where the majority of shares were traded on the 1 minute during this session? Hmm. Price action is for sure wild on this one. Very choppy breakouts, very choppy breakdowns with a wide range. So not really super wide, not like the other one we saw that was like $1 something per share. It's only like 4-5 cents at a time. So still pretty tight because it has so much volume, but still has room down here to this $9. Just more room for it to crash out. Let's zoom back. So this is what we're looking at over on the overall picture on the 1 minute. Let's go look at the 5. And the 15. 860s. Does it finally want to fall? See, it did one little U shape, two little U shapes, and it did one leg, two legs, and let's see if it starts to fill out here. Yeah, it's definitely got room back to 715-ish, 7 but the problem is it doesn't have a catalyst, and we're kind of waiting for that catalyst to drop. It got its name mixed up in some offerings as well, so I don't know if it's going to say, hey, we're doing an offering, we want to sell our shares now, we made it to $10 and we made millions, so let us just dump. Don't know if they're going to do that or not. $10.37. You got room. You got so much room to come down, dude. You got $1 to move, bro. Or it may just hold into the open and then dump, which is definitely better because you get all the retail traders trying to trade the open, and they get, they just make a generous donation to the company. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to consolidate. Back under 10. Losing its little steam here. Trend currently is at 1917. And it may be trying to meet this trend when it meets 10 bucks up here, but still got some trading in the pocket to do. LSB continued to walk down, so no uptrend there. It's going on down $1.19 now, headed back towards that ATR high with no uptrends being created. BS LK sitting pretty still as well. All eyes seem to be on Indra right now. $9.21. No decisive moves. And this is the 1 minute looking like this. So the 1 minute is this indecisive. You already know. It's like, let's go up here. Look at this 15 minute. Nice. Another top and tail. Top and tails galore. I can't believe it's still holding up. I could just see hope fading out of this. Okay, so let's see if we can get down here to the trend. Pop down, pop right back up. Stopping people out, popping right back up. 1003s. So the bottom of this was 975. Oh, what was that? What was that just popped up? Okay, maybe nothing. So it looks like it's working its way up for a 950 breakdown. Go ahead and take LSB off my scan. Oh, it's slowed down too much. It's not going to open up. It's too cheap. If it does open up, it's got to get back over too. So only things I have is OCC, BLSK, and this one. All right, are we finally going to try to get down here? Not yet. 944, 950s is going to be like right up in here. So maybe 2 more minutes to break down to 950. Boy. 38 million shares traded on this one. Almost. See if we can hold here a little bit before it breaks down at 950. Give it some thinking time. LTRN. No catalysts on LTRN though. Only 2 million shares traded. Okay. See if we can hold up a little bit. Play with them a little bit around this 950 level. Has a high back over 964. Let's see this 960-ish become a little bit of resistance. So pop down to 930s. Trying to hold this level here. but has definitely pierced through the trend. For a lower low. All right. Okay. Now we have 1, 2, 3 times it's tested this, and we have a very, very um, probably stops under this 938. If I were to guess, a lot of stops under this 938. Let's see if it can actually break back through this trend line here under the 960s. See volume coming in at these price levels of 988, but no big movement up. So volume coming in, but no motion up. Okay, more volume. Okay, another little test down here. And now this trend line is looking like it's becoming some type of resistance here. All it needs to do is break down this 935.